Afternoon, Eric Goodwill here in New Westminster, also known as the Royal City. We started with repairing and replacing some of the deck boards, pulled up all the deck boards and found out a whole bunch of other issues. So our clients, Olivia and Nelson, are new homeowners. They wanted to make sure that this deck was safe for their children and that it was going to last. So pulling up the deck boards was the first part, and then we found out a whole bunch of issues. First off, just watch this. See this? Not safe, not good. What happened is when the guys built this, you can see these two joists, and they put this post right over top of it and notched it, but there's only this tiny little bit, and it's completely broken right here. Somebody has tried fixing it. They put this block in and they bolted it in, or excuse me, screwed it in. What we're going to do is we're actually going to put another post here. We're going to brace it and secure it. We're also going to fix all of the railings. These are all rotten. That one's actually okay, but I'll show you up here as I carefully walk over. You see this? You can see the water oozing out. This is all rotting. This is a very bad design. This is just going to trap water. See? That's all rotten. So we're going to replace all the bottoms. We're going to be able to save these and fix it. The other issue, when we pulled up the deck boards, is we've got some rotten joists. We're going to pull these joists out and put new joists in. One of the other issues, there's no joist hangers. If you take a look over behind me on the ledger board, they did actually install joist hangers, which is correct. So when we're going to fix all this and make sure that it's in correctly. So where these joists are attached to the beam, they're just toe-nailed, which is not the appropriate and correct way of doing it. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding something called a hurricane tie, which will prevent uplift. The other issue is there's no blocking. All of these joists, there's no blocking between the joists. So what we're going to do is install blocking to prevent racking, twisting, make it more structural. And on the tops here, because some of them rotted, they rotted because of obviously the water. We'll be putting a joist tape over top of these joists, and they'll last a lot longer. One other thing is this post here is completely rotten. You can see I can push my thumb right in there. So we got to replace that, and it's bolted into the rim joist here. We're going to unbolt it. We're going to unbolt this pergola. We'll support this while we do it, and then swap it out. And the reason it failed, I'll tell you right now, the guy who installed this cut the top, installed it, and it never got primed or painted. So the water sits on it, goes inside, and travels down and just rots. One of the most important things that you want to do is if you're doing it yourself, just seal all the ends, and if you're hiring anybody, make sure that they're going to seal all the cut ends. It is the smallest thing that you can do that has the biggest impact, because once it's all installed and put together, you can't seal the ends. I mean, that one could have been sealed, but you certainly can't seal the edges and that once you put that board on. Olivia and Nelson, they're new homeowners. They have young children. This is a big investment for them, and they want to make sure that this is safe and it lasts. So what we're going to be doing is we're making sure that this deck is going to last, and it's also safe for them and their children to be on. So, Eric Goodwill, Renaissance Painting and Carpentry, out here in the Royal City of New Westminster, restoring and repairing this deck for our amazing clients. Thank you.